and gentlemen, and that link will be available later tonight. Without further ado, I'd like to, number one, congratulate our brand new regional diamond on an open platform, Mr. Kevin Gray, who got that knocked out just a few days ago in Bermuda, ladies and gentlemen, and he's what we call at peak momentum right now. So it wouldn't be, there couldn't be a better topic tonight than to talk about how to build momentum. He's prepared to tell you exactly how he's getting it done and offer some advice as to how you can do the same thing to gain traction in your business. So without further ado, let's please bring to the line new regional diamond out of Charlotte, North Carolina, Mr. Ken Gray. Have you had the opportunity to make it onto the call yet?
I am on the line. Can you hear me okay, Ms. Wiggins?
I hear you okay, yes.
Awesome, awesome. Well, definitely thank you so much, and definitely want to congratulate you in advance, all the wonderful things going on in your organization right now. I do know that Diamond is right around the corner for you and your organization, and I'm just proud of this group that we have together that has joined forces. Guys, we've got launch calls, we've got trainings, we've got webinars, we've got everything that you could ask for in a team, as far as a training environment, as well as an opportunity environment as well. So tonight I want to talk about gaining momentum in your home-based business, in your network marketing business. Just a little bit of information about myself, guys. I've actually been in the industry of home-based business network marketing for the last 5 years. September will actually make 5 years this year, and I actually enrolled in September. That was my enrollment date, but I didn't really get serious until January. And I want you guys to think about yourself right now. Have you enrolled? Of course you've enrolled. Are you serious? Are you actually working your business? I've actually seen peaks and valleys. I've made a lot of mistakes, and I believe there's power in that. Making mistakes, because number one, you can learn from those mistakes, but then you can go back and tell other people who may have who may be prone to make those same mistakes, or just let them know before it happens. I'm going to split tonight's training into 2 different sections, and we're going to talk about launching your business. Okay, launching your business if you're brand new and have not touched your network. And we're also going to talk about what to do if you feel like you've ran through your warm market. I just got finished with our weekly meeting here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Just exciting times here at Vacation Travel right now. And just someone came to me after the meeting and said, you know, Kevin, we're going to have to talk. You know, I think that I've ran through my warm market, and you know, I'm going to have to go into the cold market. So we're going to talk about that today, the best thing to do. And I'm going to start it off with you know, the normalcy, what you guys always hear. A lot of you guys have already heard about the 4 steps. We're not going to go into the full 4-step training, but we are going to cover the basics, where we talk about making a list of at least 100 people. You absolutely want to do that. But I want you guys to understand that when we ask that you make a list of 100 people, okay, that doesn't mean make your minimum your maximum. There's some people that have 2,000 Facebook friends, 3,000 Facebook friends. You've got 1,000 contacts in your phone. So if that's you, why do you have a list of only 100 people? See, I want you to actually create the conditions in your mind that you are going to be successful in this business. You have to be successful in this business. The young lady that you actually heard hosting the call did an exercise last about a couple of weeks ago. We actually had a Super Saturday in Charlotte, and she asked everyone to write down their goals. Write down their goals, and then what she asked you to do next is pass your goals, that sheet of paper, to the next person. Well, you know, we're not necessarily supposed to share them, but I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know I'm sorry, not your goal, but your why. You know, write your why down on a piece of paper and share it with the next person. Now, we were just supposed to share it with that person, guys, but I'm going to step outside the box. I'm going to share it with everyone tonight. My why was because I had no choice. I created that condition in my mind that I had no choice but to make this thing work. Could I do other things? Absolutely. But this is what I've chosen to do. I've made the decision. I do not have a choice. So I've actually made that condition in my mind, and we're going to make this thing work. Okay, so what we've got to do is, you know, make that list of 100 people. Well, Kevin Graydon, I've got more than 4,000 Facebook friends, so 100 people is not going to work for me. Okay, If you got 300 Facebook friends, why don't you have 300 people on your list? Or if you got 500 people on your phone, why don't you have 500 people on your list? Now, of course, you're going to categorize these people. You're looking for people that are 25 years and older. You're looking for people that have an annual income of $40,000 a year or more. People that own a home, people that are married, people that have kids, and people that have an entrepreneurial spirit. So let me go ahead and break this down for you guys, because sometimes we look at this list and we say, okay, well, they've got to have all these attributes. They've got to have all these qualities. Well, no, they don't. No, they don't. But let me tell you exactly why we ask for these particular things. If you're 25 years and older, you have a sense of maturity about yourself. You're not necessarily worried about, just being the coolest kid on the block anymore. You're not really worried about the club. You have a sense of maturity about yourself. You've maybe had a job or two or three or four or five, and you kind of know how the world works at this point. So you recognize that you're going to need an additional income stream. The thing about having an annual income of $40,000 a year or more, it doesn't mean that if you make $20,000 a year or $25,000 a year, that you're not going to be successful in this business. No, we're just asking that when you're prospecting people, that you focus on people that have an annual income of at least $40,000. Now, you may not know how much they make, but you can kind of have an idea. People that you highly suspect. And the reason why here at Paycation Travel, it only costs $150 to get involved in our deal. So if I talk to you about my deal, you actually watch the video, you actually watch a webinar, you're on a call, whatever the case may be, you've been exposed to Paycation Travel. It's $149.95 one time, right? One time. Well, that means that you can make a split decision. Yes, today I'm going to get involved. And you know what? There's no shame in not having the $150. But you know what? You can have it by this Friday. At the latest, you can have it by next Friday, right? And I want you to think about, okay, well, if I've been working for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, why don't I have the $150 right now? Guys, that should be a part of your why. That should be a part of the force that's driving you to actually work this business right now. Then let's talk about people that actually own a home. Now, guys, this can kind of be broad. There's some people that stay in some nice luxury condominiums, apartments. It just depends. Own a home. Just have a stable place to stay. Okay, have a stable place to stay. And the thinking behind that is that you want a place where you can actually do travel parties. You can do home parties, expose the plan. You got a reliable place to do business. I was actually doing a training tonight in Charlotte, and one of the things that I've seen in this industry is people don't like for other people to come to their home. Well, you're going to have to get over that. You're going to have to get over that because, people want to come to your home because they want to learn more about you. They want to see how you're living. And if you're one of these people who say, you know what, my house isn't right, I don't know about that. Well, that's much more reason for you to work harder in this business. Invite people over and let them know where you're going. But people who have a home, they're more stable. They've got a great place to work. And of course, they've got a place where they can do business. Next category is we want married couples, guys. I'm not saying that if you're not married, you're not going to be successful in this business. I'm not married, but you know what? Married couples, you get them together, and I'm telling you, if they're on the same accord, it's really no stopping them. You're talking about two people working one business, and their energy is linked together. Guys, I've seen it time and time and time again. It's very hard to stop. I would say that if you can find a married power couple, your business will grow exponentially. You also want people that have kids, and the reason why they have a major why. These kids have they've got things like daycare. They've got things like their college fund. They don't want they know what they've gone through. I'm talking about the parents right now. The parents know what they've gone through, and they don't want their kids to have to go through that as well. So they're looking for additional income. So you see how these categories work. So once we're writing down a list of 100 people or more, we're looking at the 25 years and older, $40,000 a year or more in income, own a home, married, kids. I want you to look at the fact that, okay, well, the people who fit 3, 4, 5 out of these categories, put a check mark. I'll give you an example of myself. I'm 25 years and older. Yes, there's a check. Okay. I make at least $40,000 a year or more. Yes, there's a check. I own a home. Yes, there's a check. I'm not married. I do not have kids. So I'm a 3 out of 5. So you see how that works? You see how that works? Well, you call the 3s, the 4s, the 5s, you call those guys first. Those are the first people you call. You know, the 1s and 2s, you call them too, but you call them later on. You call them after you're done with the 3s, 4s, and 5s. And guys, there's also a bonus category called the entrepreneur. And the reason why you want to call these people first above everyone is because they understand business. They've got a sixth sense for business. Their belief level is that much higher. See, if you've been working right now and if you've been pigeonholed into an income of a certain amount, then your belief might not be for an extra $15,000 a month, an extra $20,000 a month, an extra $30,000 a month, you know, or more, $50,000 a month. But that entrepreneurial spirit, their mindset will be there because you know why? They've seen it. Either they've done it or they know someone who's done it. So those are the people that you really want to get on the phone as soon as possible. So let's talk about the secret sauce. I just gave you some of the general how-tos, you know, something that generally anybody who's paying attention in the home-based business or network marketing industry, they understand. You know, anybody who's paying attention at Paycation Travel, you know, they understand. And the reason why, because guys, we've got a 4-step system that we listen to. Everybody that we enroll, we plug into that system. And guys, that's the basics. That's the foundation. And a lot of times, you know, folks say, well, Kevin, you're not telling me everything. You're telling me these 4 steps. Well, yeah, I've got a lot more I can tell you. But you know what? If you don't have the 4 steps down, you don't have your foundation down. It's almost like building a house. You know, I can put up the siding, I can put up the roof, I can put up all that stuff. But when the first storm comes by, if that foundation isn't right, your house is going to crumble. And all those expensive items, those flat screen televisions, you know, that nice china, that nice, you know, furniture that you put in there, it's all going away. All the stuff in the inside is going away because you didn't have the correct foundation. So that's what the 4 steps happens to be. But let's get into this, some of the stuff that helps to supplement the 4 steps. Now, if you really want to know the secret sauce, which is, you know, helps so many individuals in this industry become a success, you know, we're about to talk about it. You know, the secret is you want to create a right now moment. I want you guys to write that down. What is a right now moment? You know, when I think about a right now moment, I'm thinking about a consumer. I'm thinking about a consumer looking out for the newest iPhone, the newest pair of Michael Jordan sneakers, or maybe a video game console like a PlayStation. You know, every time one of these products are released, people stand in line. You know, I've stood in line for all 3 of these products. You know, I want you to think about, you know, a consumer's behavior at one point in time. No, this is college. This is college now. This is nothing recent. But, you know, I slept outside of Best Buy. It was in the winter time. I actually bought a blanket. I had my hat on. I had a couple coats on, and I slept outside with a line full of people to give Best Buy $400 to get a PlayStation. You know, I stood in the rain. You know, had to brave people pushing and shoving over a pair of sneakers. You know, when you might have been the 30th, 50th, even 100th person in line, not knowing if the store would actually have your size or not. I'm just letting you know some of the real life stuff that, you know, I've done, and I know some of the other people continue to do. Now, of course, I don't do that stuff anymore, but you know, I tell you what, I had my first iPhone back in 2007. I think that's when it came out, 2007, and I remember I paid $500 for that iPhone. Well, you know, that iPhone I still have today, that phone that I bought in 2007. Of course, I don't use it any longer, but you know, here it is, 2015. I've got an iPhone 6 that I bought at the beginning of the year. And, you know, guys, people stand in line for this thing, and the interface has not changed in 8 years. It's the exact same thing. Well, why do people keep on doing it? Well, guys, people want the latest and greatest. They want something that speaks volumes. And, you know, when you have these products, They make you feel good. Well, I know what some of you guys are saying. I know at least what one person is saying right now. Well, Kevin, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China? What does that have to do with vacation travel? Well, this is how you're going to create your movement. You need to create a type of synergy and energy in your business where people will want to be in first. People want to stand in line to see what you've got, right? Well, what I want you to do is I want you to have a mentality about everybody that you prospect, everybody that you're showing your plan. And that mentality is, I want you, but I don't need you. I want you guys to repeat after me. I want you, but I don't need you. And I want you to create that type of energy. And I'm going to teach you how to do that tonight. Now, what I do is, guys, I've been taught by the best in the home-based business industry, a gentleman that's actually made $1 million per month in the home-based business industry, and you know, just his CD series, I've pretty much become pretty good at some of the concepts in that CD. And one of the things that I want to go over is the PS3. And as elementary as it is to some of you guys, as blah as it is to some of you guys, I'm going to go ahead and break down just some of the aspects of the PS3 and some type of and somewhat of the psychology behind the words that you speak to these prospects. Because guys, based on what you say can earn you a lot of money, or it can have you running in place. So I want you guys to listen to me. I want you guys to listen, okay? Listen, I know I've called you, but I'm gonna be brief. I don't have a lot of time. So I'm actually calling a friend of mine right now. And, you know, I'm not speaking professionally. I'm not saying, hey, Miss Wiggins, hey, Mr. Rollins, hey, Mr. Smith. No, I'm starting off with my friends, my family, the people that I know best. Listen, I know I've called you. I called you first, but I got to be brief. I don't really have a lot of time. I'm letting them know that up front so they know, look, this is going to be a brief conversation. I'm serious about what I'm about to tell them, and just be attentive, okay? I'm launching one of my largest projects ever. I need you to grab a pen. Now, guys, I want you to listen to the psychology that's about to happen right now. I'm launching one of my largest projects ever. If you're one of my friends, if you're my family member, and I say I'm launching one of my largest projects ever, I would hope that I have your respect. Okay, so if I'm saying I'm launching one of the largest things I've ever launched in my life, that means you need to be a little attentive. Not a little, a lot of attentive. Okay, grab a pen. Okay, I'm leading you. I'm telling you to do something. I'm already putting you in action. Go ahead and grab that pen right now. Okay, now at that point in time, you know, sorry, at that point in time, you want to let these people know exactly what's going on. You want to say a power statement. Look, I'm working with Spencer Iverson. Okay, it doesn't have to be Spencer Iverson. I'm working with Donald Bradley. Okay, I'm working with Donnie Wiggins. I'm working with Gregory Hinton. I'm working with Jansen Cross. I want you guys to pick out somebody who's going to be your champion, somebody who has a level of influence that people may know. You know, somebody that may know. Guys, you want to be able to name drop in this particular situation. I'm just letting you know some of the things that helped me sponsor pretty much over 80 people in vacation travel. You know, what I did is I said, look, you know, grab a pen. I'm launching one of the largest projects I've ever launched in my lifetime. Just letting you know right now, I'm working with Spencer Iverson. Do you know who that is? Okay, based on their answer, yes or no is going to determine exactly what I say next. If they say, yes, I know who that is, great. Look, 7 p.m. tonight, you need to be available. You know, what I've got to show you is next level. Guys, you don't necessarily have to say this verbatim. I'm just letting you know how I do it. Put it in your own words. Now, let's say they don't know Spencer Iverson. Let's say they don't know Donald Bradley. Listen, I know you don't know these guys. That's even better, to be honest with you. Listen, I know you don't know these guys, but they're phenomenal. Look, they've made millions in the industry of home-based business. Look, I've been waiting for this. They told me that they're going to work with me, coach me, and mentor me directly. And what they told me to do is put them on the phone with my top 5 leaders. And what they're going to do is help them, coach them, and mentor them as well. So guys, you know, you edify correctly, you master edifying, you know, some great things can happen. So I'm saying I'm working with Spencer Iverson. Do you know who that is? 7 p.m. tonight, you need to be available. What I've got to show you is next level. You know, what I want you guys to do at this point in time, I need you just shut up, book the call, book the webinar, or book the meeting. It's as simple as that. And guys, I'm sorry if, you know, my language was a little bit harsh there, but that's just what it is. There doesn't need to be a whole bunch of talking. There doesn't need to be a whole bunch of explaining about the opportunity of vacation travel. There doesn't need to be any of that stuff. Just book the meeting. Book the meeting. You know, listen, you know, the call, the webinar, whatever it may be, here's the information, here's the number, here's the link, and set up a time as soon as that thing is over with, as soon as that call, that webinar is over with, that you can actually follow back up with your prospect. Okay. The other thing that I want you to do, and this is vital, this is a vital piece of the psychology that goes into getting a brand new business partner, getting them to actually listen to what you're saying. If you cannot make the call, the webinar, the meeting, let me know an hour ahead of time. That way I can call your replacement. I just thought of you first. Guys, I want you to know right now, anytime you replace someone, anytime that you even throw that out there, that they're replaceable, that does something to someone. You know, automatically they're like, no, I'm going to make it. You're not going to replace me. I don't know who in the world you think you are. That's what they're thinking in their mind. Okay, so you got to have a special posture about yourself. Remember, I want you to walk in with that mentality. I want you, but I don't need you. You know, you got the right now attitude. So, you know, I'm going to go ahead and shift gears, and, you know, we're going to talk about what to do if you've blown your warm market. Guys, generally, this is for people that have been in their current deal for a while. You know, I've had a few people come to me here at Vacation Travel and say, well, Kevin, I don't know what to do. I've blown my warm market. I've talked to everybody. Nobody wants to hear what I'm saying. And, you know, guys, I'm going to let you know right now, you haven't blown your warm market. Get that out of your mind. You have not blown your warm market. The reason why I know that you have not blown your warm market, I've been in vacation travel for 1 year and I have not blown my warm market. I've got so many people I need to follow up with. It's sickening. It's crazy. I mean, I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I've got a lot of people to follow up with. So if I haven't blown my warm market, you haven't blown your warm market. You know, I'm gonna go over a few steps, guys. You know, I don't know how many of these I got. You know, maybe 6, 7, 8. But guys, I want you to write each one down of what you can do if you've blown your warm market. And I'm going to tell you exactly how to get past this hurdle, because I've been in what I thought was a hurdle by blowing my warm market. I found out that I never did blow it, and there were some simple things that I could do to pretty much get out of that rut. The number one thing that you want to do if you've blown your warm market, I want you guys to wait for this. I want you to have another form of income. I'm not talking about another network marketing company. I'm talking about a job. Some of you guys are probably, your eyes probably got wide. You probably got your hand over your mouth. You probably, what is he, doesn't he know this is home-based business? This is network marketing? No. See, I listen to the best. Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn says, you do not want to give up your job too early, because you will give up your story if you do that. I need you to have a stable income if you have blown your warm market, because there's going to be some things that we ask that you do that you're going to need money for, and we don't need to be worrying about, can we pay our rent or a mortgage? We don't need to be worrying about, can we pay our car note? Can we eat? You know, can we make the next event? No, you need to have a stable income. That's number one. Number two, attend as many belief building events as possible. Well, what are those? The weekly meetings, the calls, you know, the regional events. Let me tell you something about the weekly meeting. I love just watching people's mentality about a weekly meeting. And let me tell you something really quick. There are people that won't show up to a weekly meeting because they do not have a guest. Okay, I want you to watch this. Okay, it's Monday night. You know you got a weekly meeting tonight. You haven't called anybody all weekend. You don't have a guest, and you say, you know what? I'm not going to show up to the weekly meeting because I don't have a guest. Well, you don't show up. Okay, you don't show up. You just sit at home and you do what most people do at 7 o'clock at night. And I don't know. You just sit on the couch or I don't know. I don't know. You know, because I'm always doing something, but you're just not there. Well, the weekly meeting comes, goes, and you know what? You feel pretty bad. I didn't have a guest. I don't know. This thing's not working. Man, you know, so then the next meeting is next Monday. Let me start calling some people today and start making plans for next Monday. You got a couple no's. Now you're really feeling bad about yourself, right? I'm just letting you know a continuous cycle of what keeps going on. You know, or you can not have a guest and show up to the weekly meeting, and you can add value by just sitting there, and you can actually be poured into by the speaker, because I can guarantee you that any of our presenters here at Paycation Travel, doesn't matter whether you have a guest or not, you're going to learn something each and every time. You're going to leave inspired, you're going to leave motivated, and a lot of times you're going to think about somebody on the way home. Because you know why? Because when they call up these nationals and you find out that you know, somebody was in the front of a room that's a national executive who's a custom clothier, somebody who's in the front of the room who's a national who does insurance, somebody's in the front of the room who's a national who's a, you know, a very very accomplished banker, you're going to start like, wow, well, you know, I know some of these people too. I know people who are just like that. Let me go ahead and give them a call. Well, if you never went to the meeting, guys, you would never have that feeling. So that's why you have to show up to the meeting. When you don't have a guest, you need the meeting. When you do have a guest, the meeting needs you. So guys, that needs to be a staple on your calendar. Make sure you're getting that done. You know, the next thing that you need to do is, you know, are you on the calls? Are you on the calls? Are you on the calls Monday through Friday, the Diamond Launch calls? Are you on training calls? You know, here at Paycation Travel, we've got Avengers Flight School at Thursday night and Saturday night. Are you listening to these calls? Are you listening to Mr. Iverson? Are you listening to Jonathan Green? Are you listening to Mr. Sterling? Are you listening to some of these other diamonds that are doing these calls and learning some of the great habits that they have? Or are you missing the call because it's Sunday night and your favorite show is on HBO? Well, guys, you got HBO on demand, you got TiVo, you got all that good stuff. Right now, we're working on getting to the next level. Okay, the next thing, you know, number 3 is personal development, guys. Okay, you know, you've blown your warm market. That's what you think. I'm going to need you to get on the right personal development. You know, I'm going to recommend some CDs, some audios, or maybe some books. The Cash Cow. Okay, that's by Holton Buggs, The Cash Cow. Becoming a Network Marketing Professional, that's by Eric Worre. Conceive, Believe, and Achieve by David Emenitier. Your First Year in Network Marketing by Mark Yarnell. You know, Jim Rohn. I forgot what the title of his network marketing CD is, but just look up Jim Rohn and network marketing and you'll find it. Also, belief building audios like The Magic of Believing, as well as The Strangest Secret. Guys, that right there, that core right there, there's so much extra stuff that you can listen to, but that core right there could actually propel you to the next level wherever you are. That core of audios or books could, you know, it could really take you to the next level. Number 4 is, look, you're going to have to expand your network. You know, you're going to have to, you know, go up to meetup.com or, you know, just network within your community. Go to meetup groups. Hey, you might need to go to a live at 5 somewhere in your local city, you know, live after 5, you know, where they have, you know, happy hours or some sort of a social activity. You know, are you involved in your church? You know, are you involved in your church? Are you going to, you know, some of the different functions? Either way, you're going to have to meet people. And when you meet people, you don't need to start seeing dollar signs from the front. You need to make friends first. You need to find out what they do. You need to form people. You know, find out about their family, their occupation, you know, what they do for recreation and what motivates them, you know, what that is, you know. Form, family, occupation, recreation, motivation. That's exactly how you build a relationship before you end up throwing up your business over everyone. Hey, my name's Kevin Gray. I'm in Paycation Travel, and I can book your travel or teach you how to own your own travel company. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that at all. You know, hey, my name's Kevin Gray. Hey, that's a very nice shirt that you have on. I've actually got the same shirt in a different color. Did you get yours from Express? Did you get yours from Dillard's? Okay, yeah, that's where I got mine. Great. Okay, well, hey, man, you seem like a pretty sharp guy. What do you do for a living? Okay, so I just found out their occupation. All right, so for them, you don't necessarily have to do it in any particular order, but, just find out all these things. What do you do for a living? Awesome. All right, go ahead and look at their ring finger. Okay, I see you're married. Are you married? Do you have kids? Okay, I'm finding out about the family. Okay, well, cool. Hey, man, hey, you seem like a solid guy. What do you like to do for fun? You play ball or, play golf? You hang out on the weekends. What do you do for fun? Okay, maybe we can go play some pool one day. Maybe we can go play a round of golf, bowling. Okay. Well, hey, man, I noticed, you seem pretty clean cut, pretty well spoken. You're together. What's your motivation? What really drives you? You start getting all this information from people, guys, and it's not robotic, it's not mechanic, then I'm telling you, you're going to make more friends than ever before. And at that point in time, you're going to build up the reputational equity, that credibility to go ahead and slide your business in, and they'll take a legitimate look. The next thing is number 5, invest in your appearance. So, okay, you've blown your warm market. Okay, so that means we got to meet some new people. Well, guys, we know that first impressions are everything, and for the most part, I'm sure everybody listening to this webinar looks great. You look awesome, but when I'm talking about investing in your appearance, I'm talking about going to the next level. One of my mentors, since I've been in home-based business, network marketing, and my previous company, he said, you know what, all my leaders, I advise them to get custom shirts. Guys, I've always liked wearing nice things. I've bought shirts that may have cost $100, $125. Of course, not all my shirts, but I might have had a shirt or two that cost a little bit of money. So when you said custom shirts, I was like, man, I don't know if I can afford all that. Well, he introduced me to his tailor, and lo and behold, I found out that you could actually get custom shirts. Like 10 shirts for $500. That's like $50 a shirt. And they even have my name on my cuff. I'm not saying that you have to do all that, but maybe you do have to do all that. What about wearing a suit for a week straight? Don't go out and prospect people, but go out and live life. Go out and live life and attract people to you. And if you're looking sharp and looking your best every day, then I can guarantee you that you're going to meet some people. Okay, you don't know exactly what to do. You don't know exactly where to go. Go where people are spending money. You know what? Go inside the Ritz, the hotel lobby. Where are the nice hotels in your area? You know what? Just go ahead and sit down, pull your laptop open, and go there for a few days. And just go ahead and go into a blitz for a couple hours a day. Call people. Get into the right environment. Get into that environment where you just feel rich. Everybody's rich around you. Go to Ruth Chris. You might not at the time feel like you can afford a $50 steak. Well, don't get the steak. Maybe get some water or some sweet tea. Sit at the bar. Just have some business cards and be prepared to talk to some people that sit down. Basically what I'm saying, put yourself in the right environment. Guys, I'm telling you, there's so many different things that you can do. How about walking into Neiman Marcus, trying on a pair of $1,000 shoes, a pair of $700 shoes, right? Okay, the person who's selling you those shoes, I can guarantee you that, or wants to sell you those shoes, or so, I can guarantee you that they know people out of the wazoo. They meet so many people that have money, so many people that have influence, and you may not have the money to buy the shoes, but you know what? You can try them on. And after they fit great, and you're like, man, you walk around a couple times, oh my goodness, these shoes feel so good. They look so good. Oh my goodness, I wish I could afford them. And if that's the case, you can't grab the shoes at that moment. Go ahead and give them the shoes back and say, you know what? I don't know if these quite fit me. They were feeling a little funny around the toe or feeling a little funny around the heel, but I'm going to keep on looking. Is there a way I can get in contact with you should I choose to get these shoes again? By the way, do you do anything other than this? What do you like to do for fun? I see you're here at Neiman Marcus or Nordstrom's. Guess what, guys? You're getting their contact information. You're finding out, okay, you already know their occupation. You're finding out what they do for recreation. Go ahead and look at that ring finger. Do they have a ring there? Okay, well, are you married? Okay, any kids? Awesome, awesome. Well, hey man, you're a pretty sharp guy. What's your motivation right now? Guys, you're forming people, and at that point in time, voila, you've got the credibility, the reputational equity to go ahead and slide your business in. Try on a new suit. You don't necessarily have to buy the suit, but I can guarantee you that person out there at Dillard's, that person at Macy's, wherever, they run across so many people that have, that are doing some great things in their life. That you build up that relationship with them. They get started or refer you to the right people, guys. It will be a great thing. Also, you can do something like supporting someone else's business and in turn asking them to support yours. I'll never forget, I actually went to a wellness center, and I was just looking to really sell my product at that point in time. And this is when I was not in vacation travel. I was actually in the warm beverage company, but I actually bought maybe about $20, maybe $30 of wellness products. And then I turned around and they were offering like a 15-minute chair massage, or chair back massage, for, it was probably about $10 or $15. I don't know how much it was. Well, all I remember is, I went ahead and patronized the place. I spent some money, and when I spent the money, I gave the lady a business card, and she ended up coming in the top package, which at that time was $1,300 after taxes and shipping. It was about $1,400, $1,500. Well, guys, our product only costs $149.95. Can you imagine investing in your business, taking someone to lunch, buying a product from someone else, even if it was $15 to $20? If they're the right person, then you know what? That opens the door for you to build up the credibility to show them your deal, right? Okay. And next thing is, guys, number 7. Number 6, I want you to create stories by selling the product. If you've blown your warm market, you can't recruit a soul. It's just not happening. People aren't listening to what you're saying. Then you know what? Look at the product that you have. We've got travel over here. Are you selling any travel? I know you know somebody who's going on vacation. Okay, go ahead and take a couple classes, get a few certifications, go ahead and post those certifications to your Facebook and let people know, I'm ready to book your travel right now. I just heard about a young lady who just booked over 105 people to some sort of a cruise or a destination. And all I know is that her commission is going to be 5 figures. Now, I don't know who this young lady is. I don't know if she can recruit anybody or not, but I am interested in that story, because you know what? I want a 5-figure commission off of booking one deal, don't you? Right? So it's not just about recruiting. Learn your product or your service as well. And guys, number 7 is look at your environment. What do you have in your sites? What's on your walls? Who are the people that you're hanging around? What are you watching? Now, guys, I'm not saying that I have it all figured out. I'm not saying that. But what I do know is your environment is everything. If you go in my bathroom mirror right now, I've actually got my goals written on my mirror in marker. I'm not telling you that you do that. I don't want to get any husbands beat up by their wives, or or wives. I don't want your husband to be looking at you crazy just because you're writing something in the mirror. But that's just what I do. I write my projected income, my goals in my bathroom mirror, and of course I can still see myself. It's not that bad. When I wake up, in my bed, guys, on my left hand side, there's a picture of a Bentley. On my refrigerator. You can't come to my home without seeing a picture of a Bentley, a picture of a Rolls Royce, a picture of an Aston Martin. When I leave out of my house every day, I see a picture of a Bentley on the door. I mean, these are just images that I put around me because I want prosperous images. Do I have a Bentley right now? No, I don't have a Bentley, but judging by what I'm putting in my environment, most likely I will have one eventually, right? Well, who are the people that you're hanging around? Guys, let me tell you something about network marketing, home-based business. Let me tell you something about this thing. It will expose you, and it will expose the people that you've been hanging around. If you've been hanging around, I'm just gonna put it out there, people that don't really have much going on for themselves. You start doing all this personal development. I'm not saying that you need to change big time and start feeling like you're better than everybody. But if you find out that you're hanging around people that are not bettering themselves, you may want to expand your network. I'm not saying totally unfriend these people, but if they are not bettering themselves, if they are not on the same personal development as you, eventually they will pull you down. So if you're running in place right now, if your network has not grown, if you feel like you've blown your warm market, look at your environment. Look at the people that you're hanging around. What about the places that you're going? What does your work environment look like? You may need to go on a vacation, a paycation for that matter, and meet some new people. I actually saw Miss Wiggins, just literally be nice to someone this weekend. I just saw her being nice to someone. I saw a lady actually taking a picture of her family, and she said, "Hey, how would you like for me to take that picture? That way you could get into it." Well, you know what? She simply took the picture. Service to many leads to greatness. She took the picture, and before you know it, it ended up turning into a 15-minute conversation. Well, 5 hours later, the lady was in the business. She did something nice for that person. So I want you to think about, okay, you might have blown your market. It's not necessarily about you right now. What can you do to increase someone else's lifestyle? What can you do to increase somebody else's experience on this planet, on Earth? Because I can promise you that it will come back to you tenfold. Next thing I want to talk about is people asking you that dreaded question: how much money have you made? Well, it depends. It depends. If you're someone who you're making some money, well, tell them how much money you made. Tell them. If you're someone who the money has not necessarily come yet, you're still believing for the money, then you know what? I've got the perfect thing for you to say. Sorry about that commotion, guys. What you need to say is, I don't know. I don't know how much money I've made, but what I can tell you is I'm working directly with someone who's made X amount, and they're going to teach me how to do the same thing. Okay? Guys, there's nothing wrong with saying, I don't know how much money I've made. I could say, you know what? I don't know how much I made, but I did make my initial investment back my first month and got $49.95. Go ahead and make that $150 your first month and be able to create that story. Look, I don't know how much I made, but I've already made my money back. I'm actually working with someone who's making 6 figures or close to 6 figures, and they're mentoring me to do the same thing after 1 year. You want to hear about my business? Right? So guys, it's something simple. There, you don't have to have the question, how much money did I made, and all of a sudden, you got your tail between your legs, and people can tell that it's not happening for you, that you're not believing in your own business, and in turn, they don't even want to listen to you themselves. With that said, guys, it's been about 45 minutes. I could keep talking all night, but definitely wanted to keep this within most people's attention span. Once again, my name is Kevin Gray. I'm a regional diamond here at Paycation Travel. I'm excited to deliver this training for all of you. And I encourage you to get back with the person who invited you on this training call. Ask them when our opportunity calls every day, Monday through Friday. Ask them about the opportunity calls. Ask them about everything else, guys. We got training, we got opportunity calls, we got webinars, we got all types of things that you can plug into. And guys, I will see you on the beaches of the world. I will see you at the bank, but I will show you that I'll also see you all over the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. Once again, guys, this is Kevin Gray out of Charlotte, North Carolina. God bless, good night, and thank you for attending tonight's training call.